I'll start by saying I'm an advocate of fixed camera angles. I always have been, ever since the first Resident Evil game. Call it nostalgia, if you will, but I think there's a little more to it than that. So let's get into it.
Resident Evil 2.
Should Resident Evil 2 Remake have fixed camera angles? Since the announcement of the remake on August 12, 2015, fans of the series have been quick to speculate how Capcom is going to go about this topic. Resident Evil 1 HD Remastered is the perfect example of a remake done right. Resident Evil HD adds to the gameplay and puzzles, but still keeps the essence of what made the game a classic. One of those key factors is the fact that they kept the fixed camera angles. The game was made around the fact that the cameras were fixed to give the player a feel of playing a horror movie and limit what the player could see ahead of them. This creates tension and the unknowing of what lays ahead. The whole game was built around this factor. Changing the cameras to first or third person literally means changing the game. If Capcom is completely remaking this game from the ground up, which they say they are, then yes, they could add first or third person. Should they? Fuck no. This game is held among most Resident Evil fans as the best in the series. The reason why it's getting remade in the first place is because fans could see what they did with Resident Evil 1 and began demanding it. Until Dawn is a perfect example of a modern day horror game that uses fixed camera angles. If you haven't played Until Dawn and you're a fan of classic Resident Evil games, I highly recommend to check it out. It doesn't have the action the classic titles had, but it offers a great atmosphere and a feel for what Resident Evil could be today if they used camera angles that were fixed. Both Resident Evil HD and Until Dawn have excellent reviews across the board, showing that if the core elements of gameplay and story are there, people almost could care less if the cameras were fixed. Now, the thing I think people are getting confused with are tank controls and fixed camera angles. Yes, tank controls are dated, I admit that, but I believe people are directly associating these two things with each other. They can be different. Controls have come a long way. Just because classic games have used these camera angles doesn't mean that it's a dated system. It worked then and it'll work now. I believe in a sense that it's a lost art and needs to be rediscovered. So back to the question, should Resident Evil 2 Remake have fixed camera angles? I'm gonna go Walter White on this and say, you're goddamn right it should. Do you think Resident Evil 2 Remake should have fixed camera angles, or would you like to see first or third person? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos, click on the links above. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. I'll put the links down in the description. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you back at the Residence of Evil.